Boom, what's going on, everyone? Thought I'd give a quick little video update here on shopping cart project. So almost on the logic portion before I move on to more advanced styling. The last little bit is I'm just gonna really go through my code and kind of clean it up a little bit, maybe change some of the variable names. Also, it was recommended to move some of my components into like its own folder, as well as the API calls into like its own separate file or folder, just to make the code a lot more clean and organized. So probably gonna spend the rest of the weekend doing that, cleaning it up, and then going on to more advanced styling, just taking one page at a time, like the home page here, fix up these buttons here, make it mobile responsive, just really kind of clean everything up. But it feels kind of really good to get pretty much all the logic down in shopping cart and then move on to some more advanced styling. So in shopping cart here, just kind of show off what we got. Everything's kind of broken up into components. So we have our header component here. So I'm kind of scrolling over the shopping cart header there. We have our main section here, which has got a little image, a little static image, but also a little image carousel as well, using some Bootstrap. You can kind of scroll through the images there, what have you. What else we got? We got the footer down here. This is the whole full footer down here, this big old purple thing. And just got some info on there. None of these links, are working yet, but yeah, they're just kind of like some mock links there. But yeah, that's kind of what we got there for the home page. We got that, so then we can immediately move into the shopping page. So boom, and if you notice there, if I click that again, we got, since we're doing API calls here, let me refresh that so you can see the loading. There you go. Boom, pops up. It's got a little loading screen there just to let you know, hey, we're fetching your products for you. So here's where we display all our products. Probably the last thing I'll probably remove is the quantity marker here and being able to add it to cart. I'm just really going to have on the shopping component just a picture of the product, title of the product, and that's about it. So I don't have to have an option to add to cart or select quantity or anything like that. Boom, lists all the products there. And if we go up, a cool little piece of functionality I added recently was the sorting feature here. So I can have all products, all 20 products there, but I can also transition to men's clothing there. Can also transition over to women's clothing, so forth and so on. I can also go to electronics. Yeah, a bunch of kind of random shit here. Like these products don't go together at all, but it's all good. Okay, electronics. We have jewelry. Boom. Pretty cheap jewelry. Some of these are like $10 for it. $10 for this ring here. That's pretty cool. And also price. So we have high to low. So most expensive items, $1,000 little big screen there, whatever the hell that is. Huh. Okay, so we can sort high to low and also low to high, like that there. Boom, boom. Okay, that's the shopping page. So let me see if I can go back there. Let me just go all products, and I click on a product. Say I want this jacket here. So it's got its own product page where I can add the quantity and add it to cart. So we already have a few items in our cart already. We're also using some local storage as well. So if I refresh, let me see if this shit works. Okay, there we go. Nothing crashed while I'm filming this video. Good. So we still have 4 items in the cart there. We're using local storage. So just if something happens, the project example that I'm following or trying to implement, the best I can, they use local storage. So I want to implement in my project too. So as you notice, those 4 items stay in the cart the whole time. So I can also add one more item. Let me say I want 3 of these, add to cart, boom. And I got 5 items in the cart there. Great, so we got individual product page there. I can go back, has all the products, but each individual product has its own product page. So there we go. We also have an About Us component, like so. And another cool piece of functionality I implemented was a search function. So nothing too complex here, but if I just type in like a single letter, there's only 20 products here, so it really kind of filters them down the best it can. This is pretty similar to the example I was following there. It's not like, a perfect search function here, but if you start to type in like 1 or 2 words here, it'll kind of filter down your product there. And, it's a little hot link there, so I can go follow it to its own product page. I think it's pretty cool stuff. Yep, I have the ability to exit out of it. If I click, outside the modal, you can exit it, but I can also click the exit button there as well. And again, not styled too well. That's coming up. Get the logic down first and then style separate. I really, really like that approach. Yeah, just kind of breaking things up a little further. Yep, we're already showing the About Us page. We also have the checkout page. Okay, this is where it shows all the products. Kind of maybe tough to make all this stuff out here, but yep. So it shows all the products here with their quantity. But I can also adjust the quantity here. So if I want to go one of these, it will automatically adjust the individual product's price, but also adjust the total price as well. So if I want to go up here, I got one of these shirts, or if I just want to remove it, boom, I can just take that off there and still adjust the total price. Okay, there we go. I can also remove an items here, boom, like so, and still adjust our total price there. Yep. So that's pretty much checkout component there. I can go back to home, things like that. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the what I got going on with shopping cart right now. What I'm working on, I guess, like I said, trying to clean up the code a little bit. Maybe rename some of the variables here. I mean, my code's kind of a sloppy mess right now. Not entirely too shitty, but there's definitely some areas I can clean up for sure. Yeah, I can definitely put all my components into, a single folder, single file. Same with API calls as well. Rename some of these variables. That's what I'll be working on there. That's what I'll be working on where. Closing out the video. I thought I'd do a little more jiu-jitsu discussion as well because goddamn, I love jiu-jitsu so much. Got a chance to train this morning before work. I was in early class, 6 a.m. class, so a little bit of a drive for me to get there. So I got to get up, almost close to 5 o'clock. But it's worth it. You got to get some training in each day. It's just a lifestyle. I can't live without it. It just helps so much with the programming. Helps you stay relaxed and focused, and also a good network of friends on the mat there, pushing each other, helping you get better, and really pushing you so you grow and so you really realize your true potential. The best you can. With jiu-jitsu there, man, just something that was on my mind recently. Just when you come across new beginners on the mats, I guess this might really apply to anything in life too, but particularly in terms of jiu-jitsu, just with all my experience with it, is just starting out, just stick to the fundamentals. God damn it, just stick to the fundamentals. There's a lot of new people that come in and they're trying all this new crazy stuff and some kind of crazy like Imanari rolls and things like that, and just not even really doing it correctly at all. I wouldn't even expect them to do it correctly. I mean, they're still beginners. They're still learning. I mean, you have to learn the fundamentals first. Stop going on YouTube videos and getting all these crazy techniques and thinking you're gonna, hit them in class, or apply them in class or during a live sparring round like that. Dude, that's not gonna happen. Like, you got to shut up and just listen to your instructor, trust him. First also find a good instructor too. You got to find a really high quality instructor too. Be very picky about who you have as an instructor for sure. But okay, let's say you have a good instructor, very high quality instructor, very reputable instructor, really knows what the hell he's talking about. Just listen to everything he says. Listen to everything he says and do everything he says. He knows best, and you don't know best. You really don't know shit at this stage. But that can change. You got to put in your time on the mats. You got to take your beatings. You got to show up to class. You got to learn. Maybe you compete too. You get some experience under your belt. All that stuff's very, very important. So just shut up and listen to your goddamn instructor. Stop trying all these crazy moves in class because you don't even know what you're even doing, and you're going to get someone hurt, honestly. So you got to stick to fundamentals. Stick to fundamentals. I mean, for a while too. I mean, you need to spend at least a few years learning the fundamentals of jiu-jitsu before you start applying any of this crazy stuff. I mean, God dog, it depends maybe how often you train, but you really need to have solid fundamentals. Like maybe for almost a year or 2 years, you need to brush up on those goddamn fundamentals before you start implementing anything crazy. Before you start really, breaking the rules of jiu-jitsu and, kind of getting away with things a little bit. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but you have to have no fundamentals. You have to know fundamentals. And just listen to your instructor. Leave your ego aside. Stop being so arrogant. Think like, oh, I know better, but this feels like the right way. Like you don't know what feels right. You're a dumbass on the mats. You're a beginner. You don't know shit. Shut the fuck up and listen to your goddamn instructor. And I don't know. I really hate this. I'm not gonna say any names at all, but someone who he started at the gym, maybe not too long ago, and he's just like trying all this new stuff, and it's just like, dude, stick to the fundamentals, man. It's like when we're drilling takedowns, and he's just doing all this like wonky shit, like not even takedowns, just like I don't even know how do you describe it, man. Like he's trying to take my back from like a standing position. It's like, dude, that's not a takedown, man. That's not a fucking takedown. You gotta stick to the fundamentals, man. Singles and doubles, dude. Singles and goddamn doubles. That's all you should be doing right now. You shouldn't be doing anything else. We're trying out like a whole list of techniques. I don't know. I mean, stick to like three or four takedowns. 3 or 4 takedowns. When we're in the competition class and we're drilling, I don't know, stick to 1 or 2 moves, man. I mean, like for all of us, maybe 3 or 4 is even still too much. Like maybe 3 at max. A single, a double, a high crotch. I don't know, a fireman's carry, ankle pick, some shit like that. Just don't go on trying all these different takedowns, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a dozen different takedowns that are all just shit too. Sharpen up 1 or 2 of those takedowns. And then again, get those goddamn fundamentals down. Get those goddamn fundamentals down. Excuse me, I got a little burp coming on there. I want to throw up my dinner here. Oh my god. Yeah, and just in class too, come on, don't be that guy that's, when we're drilling the move, the instructor's teaching a good class, it's a pretty cool shit, and then, you're off in the corner trying, something else here and branching off and, oh, this feels right. And, oh, I don't know if that will work there. I just do this. And it's like, dude, shut up, man. You don't know shit. And then when it comes time to roll, you get your fucking ass beat. You don't know shit, okay? And you're gonna get your ass beat starting out. You're gonna get submitted. You're gonna get mangled in there. There's no way around that. But just pay attention in class. Stick to the class move. Don't go branching off and exploring stuff. If you're an advanced practitioner, I mean, hey, go ahead. Go ahead. You can start maybe experimenting, add 1 or 2 things in there, and the instructor knows that too. He might come around some of the more advanced people and kind of add, sprinkle some little tips and tricks here and there, or a little like variation off of something. But man, you're a beginner. Just stick to the class move. Stick to the class move. Just stop the shit of just man, I do it this way. This feels right. No, you don't know anything. Man, I don't know. It's just the arrogance sometimes. They're just so arrogant, and they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything, and they've been training for like I don't know, like 3 months or something like that. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. You don't know anything at this point. You don't know anything. So I don't know. That's kind of my rant there. I mean, I don't know if any of that made sense at all, but you're starting out jiu-jitsu. Stick to the goddamn fundamentals. Trust your instructor. Listen to your instructor. Ask questions. Show up to class as much as you can, and just shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. Trust him. Listen to everything he says and just do everything he says. And don't. I mean, have an open mind. I mean, yeah, question things to a certain extent, but you don't have to question every single detail and just being a nuisance at that point. No, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay, so I think probably the same applies to programming too. Like me starting the Odin project, like I'm gonna listen to these guys and people give me help. Like I'm not gonna brush them off and oh, I know how to do it this way or I like to do it my way here. No, what do you want me to do? What's your approach? Let's try and implement that. So that's all. Leave the ego, leave the arrogance aside. You don't know shit. So, open up your mind, open up your heart, and just listen to the more experienced person. Just listen to them. Listen to your teacher. Listen to people who are more experienced. Listen to those people who are trying to help you out. So that's all. I'll close out with the video there. With shopping cart here. Definitely want to before the weekend is done, have my code all organized there, and then probably make another video going into some of the code here and kind of showing what we got here so far. But I'll close out the video with that. Have a good one, guys. Hope you appreciate the jiu-jitsu talk there. And until next time, guys. Until next time.